So now geography questions. Now the question is, India is one of the few countries experiencing a falling child sex ratio. Which among the following statement could be the major reason behind this phenomenon? Falling child sex ratio means this male ratio between the male child and female child. So in India, why this problem is occurring? Obviously, high female infant mortality and female foeticide. That means garbhadharana purvaru jo checking kariki mar diyanti, and this is because which region is leading about this female foeticide? This is Chhattisgarh region, Chhattisgarh. So both the statements are correct. That means any population, if you consider child birth rate, that there is a chance of ki child birth rate come. India child birth rate come nahi. Another one thing is that if there is lesser resources available like agriculture land, food availability, say case rehla man bhi child birth rate ta come, but India do not face any type of problem with respect to birth rate. So what is the problem with India for this falling child sex ratio? It is because of a female infant mortality and female foeticide. So both of the statements are correct. So right answer is both 1 and 2. So this question directly we can correlate that this is both the statements are correct for this question. So right answer is option C. Next question. So next question is for this landforms. So in this landform, let us go one by one. That is faulting. Now there is a crack, and here one block is moving with respect to other one. That is why this is one type of blocking. We can consider blocking. And here this other section is considered to be, this is an escarpment. This is escarpment. Escarpment is associated with a faulting. So faulting means a crack is produced and there is a relative motion between the two blocks. This is block 1 and block 2, and here due to this faulting, these escarpments are produced. Escarpment is the result of a faulting. Now next one is wave erosion. Stacks means when the waves are coming, the wave asuchi setabale gote jagara hard rock. Now erosion is a phenomenon which is basically trying to separate erosion and abrasion. Erosion is associated with fluids separating material. Abrasion is associated with solid, is trying to separate solid materials. Rubbing action, that is abrasion. But in environmental condition, we are experiencing erosion phenomenon. So in case of erosional action, so wave erosion means when the waves are coming, then this coastal erosion is occurring. Coastal erosion. Now the soft rock will be eroded. And there will be some hard rocks which will be remained inside the sea. Samudra bhitar dekhibo je kisi durare gote pathar padithibo. So that is considered to be stacks. So stack is associated with wave erosion. Wave. So B will be 4. Now ice scoring. Ice scoring means it is glacial erosion principle which is occurring because of glacial erosion action. So it is produced because, let us consider, there is a glacier here, glacier is there. After some time it is separated by means of temperature or cracking or avalanche condition. So glacier, it is separated by means of movement of the glacier because of temperature or crack. Now over this surface, while it is present, it gets melted, time by time it is melting. In that condition, there will be sediments which will be deposited in the sideways. Sometimes with increasing temperature, it gets melted and it becomes like a hole here. That means we increase in temperature is increasing, and there will be a glacier, a portion of the glacier, iceberg which will be separated, and here it is melting, and with that here water is basically retained here, and due to sediments available nearer to this block, now this acts as a hole which is called as kettle hole. So kettle hole is associated with ice scouring or ice separating from the glacier, and then it is sediments which is creating the hole. So that is why kettle hole. Wind erosion which is producing yadang. So here we can correlate That means the wind erosion hela man gote pathar thibo, like we can consider ki flat plains with some kisra flat region thibo ta pakhre gote pahado gote thibo pathar gote thibo, that is basically earthen. So in this case if you see, this is faulting escarpment. A is 3, then B is wave erosion stack 4, C is 2, C is 2, and D is 1. So answer is option C. Okay, so this is pretty clear. Now we can go to the next question. Carefully read the following assertion and region and select the correct option from the codes. Assertion is saying Scandinavian countries have a regressive age-sex proportion structure. Regressive age-sex proportion structure means what? Regressive means youth and elderly age ratio. Now here more elderly persons are living, less youth persons are living. That means this ratio is lesser. Now in that case, what can be the cause? One is low birth ratio. Low birth ratio in that particular region. Another one cause is lack of resources. If lack of resources is there, that can also be a cause of this decrease in the regressive age-sex ratio. So in that condition, what we can say, we are talking about Scandinavian, that means this is northern European countries. Northern European countries like Norway, Sweden, okay, Denmark region. In that region, what is the problem? The problem is lesser agricultural land is available. With less agricultural land, what will happen? The resources is lesser. Now, in that context, what we can say, this regressive nature is found because of lack of resources, and obviously birth rate is lower. Now, the question is here, this is becoming lower, the structure is lower. Now, is it the problem or this cause is because of a population growth rate is negative? Yes, population growth rate is negative, but this is not because this age-sex ratio is basically higher. So both the statements are correct, but the actual reason is in those regions the agricultural land is very less. So actual problem is lying with the availability of the resources. So what we can consider, both the statements are correct here. Both the statements are correct, but it cannot be the correct region for this one. So it is because of the resources. So both assertion and region are true, but this is not the correct explanation of A. So both statements are true, but it is not the correct explanation. Okay, is that clear? So next we can go for, this is the inhabitants and major cultural regions. Eskimos are the people who resides in the Arctic region, but Eskimos are mostly, it is associated with the Greenlandian region, Greenland. So this polar or Arctic region, if you see, Arctic region is associated, this is Greenlandian region, and this is North America, or that means those region, and here we can say Eurasian region, and this Eurasian tundra region people, this is called as Eskimos in Greenlandian region, Eskimos, but here they are called as Lapps. Lapps. So Arctic region, it is basically associated with Eskimos. So desert people, that inhabitants in that region, desert caravans, this is desert is associated with caravans. Latin American region, West Indies, Indian, that means this Negro, that is Latin American region, okay, Negros and immigrants. And Pacific Ocean region, they are also called Samoans, Samoa Island is there also from this region. So they are also called as some Oceania region, this is Pacific Ocean region. Australia, Pacific Ocean, Tonga and Tongan and Samoa and Kiribati region. So these regions is coming under this people. So here Pacific Ocean region includes Samoans, Tahitians and Tonga. All these are called as Pacific Ocean region. So A is 1, B is 4, A is 1, B is 4. So option is B answer here. Next we can go for the next question. According to the Köppen climatic classification, so Köppen climatic classification is based on the De Candour's classification of a vegetation, where A, B, C, D and E, these are the vegetation classification of the world. This is megathons, Megatherms, this is xerophytic, microtherms, mesotherms, hecistotherms. Mega, this is called as xerophytic, desert type of climate. B is basically associated with that. C is micro, this is mesotherm, this is basically hecistotherm. Now A, with respect to some sub classification, we are considering like F is forever it is raining. So this is with respect to precipitation, this is sub classification. S means summer dry. Wherever you are getting S means it is summer dry. M means monsoon. W means winter dry. Winter dry. F means forever. It is basically raining. So AF is associated with equatorial type of climate, or it is considered as humid tropical type of climate. AF. So A will be 1. A will be 1. So this A is 1. And AW is considered as this is winter dry. That means summer there will be rainfall. In summer season, due to higher temperature, obviously the air will be having that means relative humidity is lesser, and here it will carry more amount of moisture and giving the rainfall. But winter season, the temperature drops. That is why it will be considered as winter dry. Winter re barsa habo, summer re barsa habo. Monsoon type of climate, obviously AM, that is latter added. Initially it was not add after Köppen climatic classification pore. S is basically summer dry. Summer dry means summer season dry, winter season there will be lesser rainfall. So here will be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is climatic classification. Every year you are getting this one question from here. Okay. The next question we can go for acceleration region question. Now this is South America. If you consider South America the region, this is South America region. Let us consider. This is Chile-Peru coast, Chile-Peru region, and here we are having Antarctica region. There is a Falkland Island here. So this is circum-Antarctic current is here flowing, circum-Antarctic current. One portion is moving along this direction, which is called as a Peru current, or it is also called as Humboldt current, This Humboldt current, what it do, while it is moving near the coast of Peru, it goes for upwelling, coastal upwelling. Now, due to coastal upwelling, it moves like this way, and as it is coming from the polar region or south pole region, it is cold in nature. Due to cold nature, obviously it will not produce any type of rainfall here, and as it is not producing a rainfall, then obviously it will be desertified. So remember, in climatic classification, desertification is associated with the precipitation, and any other climatic classification that is associated with the vegetation. Only desert or only xerophytic type of climate is considered with respect to the precipitation, and other type of vegetation is associated with other type of climate associated with the vegetation. Now here desertification is occurring. Eti kon hala desertification occurla. So Peru coast, you are getting a desert here, but this is not a cold desert. This is a hot desert. With lack of rainfall, obviously se jagare kon hejibo bali hejibo, so there will not be any type of soil or any type of glacier that will be present. So here what we can consider, this is a cold desert, and nearer to that there is Atacama, or it is part of Atacama desert, which is the driest desert of the world. It can be considered as the driest desert of the world. Now here in the leeward side of this Andes region, here Andes mountain range, the leeward side of Andes, there is another one desert that is called a Pantagonian desert. Due to it is leeward, due to this cold current could not reach to this position, that means here lower temperature produces, this is cold desert. Cold desert is being produced. So here it is a hot desert. So first statement is wrong. The temperature of a Humboldt current plays a dominant role in controlling the surface atmospheric temperature. That is 100% correct. So reasoning, that means reason is correct, but assertion is not correct. Assertion is false, but reason is true here. Option D is the right answer. Is that clear? Okay. So we will be going to the next one. So in this question, this is asking about the races, occurrence of races and the area of existence. So if you see Indo-Aryan races, which is generally told to reside in the Rajasthan and Punjab region, because according to Max Muller, the Sindh region, river Sindh and its tributary region, they settled in those regions, Aryans. So Indo-Aryan race is basically found in the Rajasthan and Punjab plains, and Turkish Iranian plain is basically found northwestern frontier, Turkish Iranian plain, Iranian people. Scytho Dravidian is considered to be concentrated in the West India region. They are mostly found in the Bombay provinces. It is called as the Bombay provinces. Scytho Dravidian clan is found, and it is mostly in the West India region they are concentrated. Mongolo Dravidian clan, if you consider, that is considered to be the Assam region and Odisha region, including West Bengal region. So this is 2. So what we can correlate, this is a 4132 answer. So right answer is option A here. Now this question is, among the following options, which mountain pass does not belong to correct state? Sipkila, Himachal Pradesh, that is correct. Sipkila is that pass through which Satluj enters into India. Satluj enters into India, which is also called as Silk Trade Route to Tibet. Aghil Pass, that is in the Ladakh region, Ladakh, so this is the wrong one. Daifar Pass or Difu Pass, it is Arunachal Pradesh, this is also considered to be nearer to the tri-junction of India, China and Myanmar region. Jelepla, that is the Sikkim region, this is also correct, so our right answer is option B because it is wrong. Next one is, which of the following factors responsible for breaks in monsoon? Monsoon break upper question pacharchi, so this is a very good question. Origin of tropical cyclone in Bay of Bengal. Now try to understand. Let us consider this is India. Now in Indian subcontinental region or Indian region, southwest monsoon. This is, let us consider this is southwest monsoon. It bifurcates into two parts. One is called as the Bay of Bengal branch, another one is Arabian branch. After bifurcating this, so this is moving towards the Tibetan plateau, which is heated, and due to heating, here the second trough or second equatorial trough approached towards north in the summer season, and the pressure gradient is pushing this air particles are pushing these winds into in this direction. Now, while it enters into India, it produces rainfall. Now, why it breaks? I am just going to the question. Origin of tropical cyclone in Bay of Bengal. Now, let us consider there is a cyclone which is produced in the Bay of Bengal. Let us consider this is a cyclone. If there is a cyclone, obviously it will suck all air which is coming on monsoon रे जति कि air particle Indian land mass को जिबा कथा एक के suck कर जिवो cyclone suck कर देला. That means obviously this will break the monsoon in India. So this statement is correct because it will suck all the air and it will destroy or it will cool down this region and without giving proper rainfall. So that is why here the monsoon will be broken or break monsoon. Erratic behavior of second equatorial trough. Now this option is correct, option 1. Now let us go to the erratic behavior of second equatorial trough. What is the second equatorial trough? Now second equatorial trough is associated with the movement of intertropical convergence zone. Now let us consider this is India. Now here in March, this is the ITCZ intertropical convergence zone. In April, May, June, it is somewhere here. That means that intertropical convergence zone shifting from here to here every month, it is moving towards this. Why? Because overhead position of sun is changing from March to April, then it is May, then it is June. With overhead position, now it shifted towards the north around 27 to 28 degree. It is because of the higher altitude and existence of Tibetan plateau. Now this Tibetan plateau is creating a low pressure zone, and due to that here in African region, the equatorial wind or basically this near the equatorial region there will be high pressure region which will be created because of southern oscillations, and here high pressure to low pressure, a wind blows, and upper atmospheric, here it will be high pressure, here it will be low pressure, and there is another one jet stream will be flowing, that is easterly jet stream. Now this is creating mass run as a high cell. Okay, now due to this second trough means ITCZ, intertropical convergence, which is present over here, this will create a low pressure, and here the winds are moving trying to reach at this position. One thing is that Tibetan plateau must be heated, first point. Intertropical convergence zone must shift towards north, and if it is not shifting, somehow it is not shifting, erratic behavior, if it is not falling over the exact path, there will be break in the monsoon. So erratic behavior of second equatorial trough, or we can consider ITCZ position in India. If it is not proper erratic behavior, if it is bifurcating, if it is not concentrated, then also it will have a break in monsoon. Inadequate heating of Tibetan plateau. If this Tibetan plateau is not properly heated, then obviously this mascaronous high cell will not be properly developed. If that is not properly developed, then obviously monsoon will break. Now the last, this is also correct. Southern branch of southwest tropical jet stream. Now what is the importance of southwest jet stream here? We need to understand. Now while we are going for the jet stream, here we are having Himalayas. The jet stream which is blowing, southwest jet stream, there is subtropical jet stream blowing at 30 degree. So when it blows, it bifurcates into two branches. This is called as southern branch, this is called as northern branch. Two branches. This is heated and it carries moisture from Mediterranean region. While it blows south to Himalayas, it gives rainfall in this region. If it blows north to this region, it gives rainfall in the Tibetan plateau. If southern branch becomes stronger, northern branch becomes weaker, and it do not produces rainfall over the Tibetan plateau. That is why Tibetan plateau will be heated, will not be cooled. If southern branch becomes weaker and northern branch becomes stronger, it will produce a rainfall in this region, which eventually cools down the Tibetan plateau, by which the temperature falls and this mascaronous high cell could not produce. That is why the monsoon will be break. So here what we can say, if southern branch becomes stronger, that will have least impact, but if northern branch becomes stronger, because see, south jet stream is coming, so if this is becoming stronger, so more moisture is coming in this direction, and here it is low pressure, it has been created in the Tibetan plateau. So with low pressure, the air particle, it is trying to move vertical upward direction, because strong low pressure is produced. When the moist air is trying to move vertical upward direction, then it will be cooled down and it will go for the precipitation. Now this will create a problem. So fourth one is wrong one. So what we can say, 1, 2, 3 will be the right answer. Hope it is clear. 1, 2, 3 will be the right answer. Next one we can go for, which of the following river exhibits the antecedent drainage pattern in Odisha? What is the meaning of antecedent drainage pattern? That means antecedent means the drainage pattern, like we can consider multi-river theory. So before Indian plate, and this is Tibetan plate or Eurasian plate or Tibetan plate, before reaching to this one, there is a geosyncline which is produced. Now Trans-Himalaya, that has been produced. Before formation of this mountain, here rivers are produced. One is called as Indus River, another is Brahmaputra River, directly falling to this geosyncline or Tethys, that is Tethys Sea. So here what we can consider, after collision, now this is changing its pattern. How can you say a river is antecedent or not? That means before formation of Himalayas or before formation of any type of geological structure, it has been formed, and then there is obstruction and it changed its course and it flowing according to the geology of this particular thing, and it will cutting to the particular barrier. So it must be forming some certain of gorges. It must be producing, it must be eroding, and mountain were cut. So in this type, if you consider, there is Mahanadi and Brahmani river which is flowing from the, this is Amarkantak plateau, this has been formed. This is the hardest part or basically oldest part of Indian plateau or this Indian shield. So from there, centrifugal pattern of drainage system. So Mahanadi is produced from there and Brahmanadi is joining, and here what we can consider, these two are flowing from a particular hill and they drain, they produce plain at the end. They are producing plain at the end because it is eroding and cutting to different mountains. They flow, they have flown through the different plateaus and barriers, and then they are draining. So here these two are considered to be the antecedent mountains. Next we can go for the black earth soil has been developed in which region of Odisha? Black earth soil because of higher percentage of coal or humus we can consider. So this is found in the central region, Hawaii, because Gondwana type of faulting is found in the central part of Odisha, which is spread over the central highland region. This is the Odisha if you consider. The central highland region, which is Angul region to Atmalik region and all those regions, Bauth region and other regions surrounding to this. So these regions will be formed or will be having black earth soil or black earth soil. It is because during the Gondwana period, you can see the coal is found. Coal is found. Why coal is found? Because in the Gondwana period there is a faulting, and that faulting caused different type of both good trees गुड़ा सेठी ये कि deposit dump ही जाए चंदे सेठी पाइन सेठी black earth soil बोले मिले. So this is a bigger topic. So here Angul, Athmalik and both is basically considered to be the having black earth soil. Next one is match the following. Here Rajgampur Panpos upland, Rajgampur Panpos upland Akutichi. So this is Koel and Sankha river pakar, Rajgampur Panpos uplands. Next one is Jharsuguda upland. Jharsuguda upland, that is, this is A is 4. Jharsuguda ta janiche samaste ta Eve thermal achi se Jharsuguda. Bolangir Titlagad, eta desi Malkanagiri रे की अच्छी Savari river अच्छी Savari basin, and here it is northern tail. So answer is option A. Nothing to discuss much. Okay. Next question is Odisha experiences which type of climate according to Köppen climatic classification? Now, Odisha experiences, if you talk about Odisha, so Mediterranean type of climate false. Subtropical steppe? No, subtropical steppe type of climate, that is temperate high, or we can say warm temperate type of climate. But Odisha experiences alternate, that means we can consider high rainfall as well as in the winter there is no rainfall, winter dry, it experiences winter dry type of climate. As it is winter dry type of climate, so here we consider they do not belong to this evergreen type of forest, or we can say this is mixed type of forest is found here. So semi-evergreen forest is found in the coastal region, but due to winter dry nature, it is considered as tropical savanna, and there is a desert-like situation, or we can say drought-like situation in the winter season in the Odisha region we can consider, and in the monsoon type it is getting good rainfall, so it is considered as a tropical savanna type of climate in the Odisha region. Okay, do remember multiple times we have asked in our test series, some test series both thara ee jinchna padiche. Which of the following statement is not correct with respect to Euxine Sea, or it is also called as a Black Sea? Black Sea, Sea of Marmara, and that means Azov Sea. So जोथि पाई हमरो Crimean war हितला Russia और Ukraine बीच तापर भी Ukraine चलिछि war चलिछि. So this is Black Sea. Black Sea is the dividing line between Europe and Eastern Europe and Western Asia. Okay. So this is Black Sea, not Red Sea. So it is wrong. Red Sea is not correct answer. So right answer is this one. It serves as a barrier between NATO and Russia. तुम जाने चाहिए बोल से यूक्रेन वार होगा जो रीजन कौन कहीं रशिया पाखे रही यूक्रेन कौन कला जॉइन करी गला जता बेले कि समान को भीतर there is a conflict which is continued from the formation of Warsaw Pact and NATO 1991 the dissolve hela pore ta pore bhitar tension achi. So it serves as a barrier, obviously correct. It is located between Eastern Europe and Western Asia. The earliest known name of the sea is also what? Sea of Jalpa. So this is correct. So wrong answer is this one. That is why answer is this correct. Next question is which of the following statement is not correct with respect to Batagaika crater? So if you talk about Batagaika crater, this is situated in Australia. Excuse me. Situated in the Australia far east. No, this is Russia far east. Russia far east. And it is situated, it is having permafrost. Northernmost or basically far east. This region has become focal point for studying the effect of climate change on permafrost. Climate change our region in northern hemisphere. Na? Northern, this is anthropogenic. This is anthropogenic effect. Anthropogenic effect. Why anthropogenic? You can see here, clearly you can understand this part. That when there is, now if this is Earth surface, this is North Pole, this is South Pole, sorry, this is equatorial region. We are having a low pressure here, here it is high pressure, here it is low pressure, here it is high pressure. So wind try to blow here to here. Now due to centrifugal effect, it is throwing away winds. Here it is high pressure and here high pressure due to temperature effect. Lower concentration, high pressure to low pressure to high pressure. That means nearer to 60 degree and here high pressure means wind is coming here to here, here to here. And here high pressure means obviously upper atmospheric low pressure to high pressure. Movement of a current. High pressure to low pressure. Now, any air or any pollution that has been created here, that is moving vertically upward direction, and they are concentrated over here in the northern polar region, and here they are creating pollution and increasing the temperature. So, it is changing the temperature, and Batagaika crater experiences very that means change in temperature and permafrost means soil be baraf hi jaiche. So temperature change hela mane kon habo se glacier ye hi jibo melt hi jibo and it will cause many increase in the sea level as well as jete ki organic compound achi se mane kon kare carbon organic compound here what we can consider release organic carbon so deposit hi geche. So this statement is also correct, this is also correct. Okay, this is also correct here. This is not correct because it is in Russia. Batagaika crater is affectionately referred as the sky-in. No, it is not considered as the sky-in. Rather than it is also considered as the gateway to underworld. Gateway to underworld. Okay, this is also wrong. So right answer is 2 and 4. 2 and 4 is the right answer. So in this question, we need to connect this multi-purpose projects and area where it is present or area place of implementation. Tungabhadra multi-purpose project, obviously Tungabhadra and Krishna river, the tributary of Krishna. So here we can say it is Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka region. Okay, Andhra Pradesh and A will be 3. So one question, option C will be the right answer. So you can say B, Sardar Sarovar project. This is Sardar Sarovar means obviously Narmada river. It is over Narmada river. Nagarjuna Sagar project. Nagarjuna Sagar will be over Nalgonda district, Telangana, and then it is Bhakranaga, obviously Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan. Very simply we can conclude from one option. Okay, so thank you. So it is asking about biodiversity heritage site BHS, which is declared by Odisha government. So there are 3 sites which is rich in biodiversity in Odisha. So these 3 are, one is Gandhamardan Hill. Recently current affair thila kahinki bauxite mining pai. bauxite mining. People were protesting about that, and that is why in 2023 this was included as the biodiversity heritage site. So this is a biodiversity heritage site which is present in Bargarh and Bolangir district. Now next one is Mandasaru Gorge, that is also inside biodiversity heritage site. And here Kalahandi district, it is not in Kalahandi district, it is in Kandhamal district. Kandhamal. So here, which of the following pair are not correct? Kota correct nahi se jinsota se basically pacharche. So right answer is option B. Satakosya is Angul district, that is correct. Mahendragiri Gajapati district, that is also correct. So this one is not correct, that is why this is your correct answer. Hope it is clear. So three sides, and here it is a fourth one, and current affair thila bhi ye Kota Gandhamardan hill and protest hitila bauxite mining pai loko mane protest karte. So in this question, consider the following statement regarding nationalist Ramesh Chandra Dutt. He translated Ramayana and Mahabharata, that is correct. About this personality, if you see, Ramayana and Mahabharata he translate kartle. He was the president of Indian National Congress. Yes, 1899 he became the president of Indian National Congress. Next one, he qualified ICS. Yes, he qualified ICS Imperial Civil Service job. So he was the president of Bangyo Sahitya Parishad. That is also correct. He was the first president of Bangyo Sahitya Parishad. First president. So right answer will be all of the above. So a suppose statement buda correct achi. So here the right answer is option D. Now next, let us go to the next question. The Bhaumokaras started an era in year 736 CE. What was the last known date mentioned in Bhaumakara records? In Bhaumakara records, what is the last known date it is asking? This is 736 CE. This is the rule started by Bhaumakaras over Odisha. So that is an era in year 736 which was told by Krishna Chandra Panigrahi. So this is given by whom? Krishna Chandra Panigrahi. So in Bhaumakara record, the first inscriptions or scriptures is dated back to very long back, that is Subhakara II. Subhakara II. Subhakara II is the person or the ruler from which inscriptions are dated. So Bhaumakara records, if you consider, it goes back to around 239. So it is nearer to 213. That is why we are going for no exact data is found, but we can say around 239. Pakhapakhi basically CE porjanta basically meluche sera Bhaumakara. So date mentioned. What was the last known date? So it is around 239. But as it resembles near 213. So we are going for 213. So this question answer is 213 option D. The Bhanjas of Khinjiri Mandala initially had their capital at Dhritipura, but later on they shifted their capital to kaha kouthi ki capital ko se shift kale. This Dhritipura is nothing but a recent day of Bodh. Okay. Actually, it is considered to be shifted by Netabhanja. And the details is up to Angul region, or it is called as the Nava Angulaka Patnam. It is shifted to Nava Angulaka Patnam. And here it mentioned as the capital of Netabhanja shifted from Dhritipura to Nava Angulakapatnam, and in some inscriptions it is also mentioned that the capital of Netabhanja was Dhritipura and Bhanjulbhaka. Bhanjulbhaka. So it is Bhanjulbhaka also. So that is why the answer will be option A, Bhanjulbhaka. Bhanjas of Hinjili Mandala initially had their capital at the Dhritipura, which is present day of both, but it is shifted by Netabhanja to Nabha Ambulakapatnam, but in some inscription it is also mentioned as a Bhanjul Bhaka. So right answer will be option A, Bhanjul Bhaka. So next we can go for the next question with reference to Mahasivagupta Balarjuna. Consider the following statement. Mahasivagupta Balarjuna. So he was the Pandu Vansi king of South Kosal with the capital located at Sirpur. This is correct. He belongs to Pandu Vansi king. Pandu Vansi, that is belonging to Western Kosal region. So Western Kosal region means this is Odisha region, this is Chhattisgarh region. This region it is concentrated. So here Western, this is Eastern Western Kosal region. He extended his dominion by capturing Subarnapur, modern day of Sonpur. But Sonpur was under the Bhomakaras. This was during that period. It was under the rule of Bhomakaras and Somavansis. So that is why nowhere it is being mentioned ki Balarjuna has captured this Somavansi region. But he ruled more than, recently found a scripture where it is mentioned that he ruled more than 57 years. So, but 2 is not properly found in some region, but he captured some of the Odisha or coastal territory, Odisha territory. But it is not clearly mentioned that whether he have captured the Sonpur region or not, because it was under the Bhomakaras. So here what I can say, only 2 statements are correct, not all statements, only 2. How many statements given are correct? 1 only, 2 only, 3 and all of this? No. So answer is 1, 2 statements are correct here. Next one is with reference to the creation of separate provinces of Odisha. Consider the following. British Parliament Constitution of Odisha Order 1936 got the approval of the King on 3rd March 1936 and Odisha became a new province on 1st April. This is 100% correct. Utkal Divas is celebrated on 1st April 1936. Sir John Austin Habak was appointed as the first governor of Odisha. That is correct. It is purely factual basis. That is with Sir Austin Habak. So this statement is correct. This statement is correct. Sir Courtney Tarrell and Chief Justice of Bihar and Odisha High Court administered the oath of office of new governor. That is also because Odisha was initially in the Bihar provinces. That is why High Court, the Chief Justice of High Court of Bihar and Odisha. So he took this that was oath taking ceremony. Inaugural function was held in Revensa College, Hall of Cuttack. So all of the 4 are correct here. So here the answer will be option B. All of the are correct here. Next we can go to the next question. Mahatma Gandhi visited Odisha how many times? 8 times. He visited 8 times. 1921, 1925, 1927, but 1930 he did not visit. He visited in 1932 and later on 1932 2 times. So here what we can say, only 4 is not correct here. So visited this one, this one, this one. So only 4 is not correct here. Kapilendra Deva subducted many feudal chiefs who rebelled against him. Kapilendra Deva, who conquered up to many up to Karnataka, Vijayanagar dynasty or Vijayanagar Empire, Karnataka पर्यंत expand करते से. So Gangas of Khemundi, Ganga, Western Gangas, Kolkata region से region जोड़ा थिला, ताको से भी ताको थिला. Do not belong से पचार से कोड़ा belong नहीं. किसी टा feudatories like Matsya and Silavansis of Nandapura and Odadi. So these all were feudatories who rebelled against him and he suppressed. But Chauhanas of Patna is not associated with that. He never gone to that side. He went for Karnataka region, West Bengal region and those regions. So right answer is option B here. Which of the following pair is not correctly matched? Kuda correctly matched? Vichitra Nanda Das, Kujivara Patrika. Kujivara Patrika was written by Sundar Das. It is not Vichitra Nanda Das, Sundar Das. And all other, this is of Gauri Shankar Rai, this is Nilamani Vidyaratna, is the editor of this Sambalpuri Hita Saini. So this is also correct, this is also correct. So right answer is option A because it is Sundar Das, it is not Vichitrananda Das. Next we can go for Where do we come across the Madhavapura Mahavihara? Madhavapura Mahavihara. If you see this one, this is golden, sorry, this is diamond triangle, which is called as the diamond triangle, Ratnagiri, Udayagiri and Lalitgiri. Ratnagiri, Udayagiri and Lalitgiri. All these three are called as Puspagiri Vihara. Puspagiri Vihara is called, which one is called as Puspagiri Vihara? All these three are called as Puspagiri Vihara. Among all these three, Udayagiri was called as Madhavapura Mahavihara. Madhavapura. It is Madhavapura Mahavihara related to which Buddhism or Buddhist complex. It is related to Buddhist complex. Hope it is clear. So answer is option B here, Buddhist complex. Next one is which is not true about Praja Mandala movement in Odisha. So a confusing question. Kahinki question confusing coach mo. We will get to know. It was a movement against unobvious taxes and ill treatment of the subject population by the feudatory chief of the Gadjat states. The meaning of Gadjat. Gadjat meaning whochi kona? Godo. Godo in Odia, if you see, this is about the feudatory chiefs or feudatories who are residing inside kings. That means reign bhitar jota tha semanku Gadjat boli kuha jae. Jota feudatories in Rajputana, if you consider. गडजात मानकर कोन था स्पेशल राइट्स थिला से मानकर निजर टेरिटोरी रो कुछ राइट्स होता था सो ताकर जेमति की इफ यू कंसीडर जागीरदारी हो कुछ लैंड दे देते ताकर भी लैंड था से माने कोन करन एग्रीकल्चर करते बट द थिंग इज दैट गडजात हो कि पीजेंट्स मिलिटिया यू कैन कंसीडर पीजेंट मिलिटिया सेमानकर जति के लैंड थिला ताको पर बेसिकली टैक्सेस लिया जायनी बट थिंग इज दैट ब्रिटिश मान तो सेटा कले जे तमे जते भी मिलिटेंट और पीजेंट मिलिटिया सेमानकर टैक्सेस भी कलेक्शन होबा नाउ दैट इज क्रिएटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम इकोनॉमिक और बेसिकल टैक्स प्रॉब्लम तेरे वार होला सो हियर सारंगधर दास who led this movement or he became the front of this entire movement Sarangadhar Das. He was also called as Sarangadhar Das ko kon kaha jaye. He was called as Gadjat Gandhi. Gadjat Gandhi. He was also named as Gadjat Gandhi. So this movement was led by Sarangadhar Das, Hare Krishna Mahatab, Pavitra Mohan Pradhan, Navakrishna Chaudhary. Important leaders of this movement is this is correct. It started with the murder of Major Belgate, the political agent of Ranpur. Yes, that is also correct here. The State Inquiry Commission was constituted by the government under the chairmanship of Hare Krishna Mahatab in 1937. So now this is made in 1937 and published in 1939, but not under Hare Krishna Mahatab. So right answer will be option D here. Okay, so the right answer will be option D. Next we can go Subai, Kachela and Jamuda, the three sites in the undivided Koraput district of Odisha, are famous for, so it is famous for Jaina reliefs or Buddha reliefs. That was the confusion ye bhitar basically tha, but it is Jaina reliefs because important 5 Tirthankars statue is basically found. 5 Tirthankar statue is found, and here it has been worshipped, so that is why option A is the right answer. Okay, thank you. So in this question of current affairs, so which of the following statements are true in relation to G20 New Delhi Declaration recently concluded? So all 83 paragraphs, news article direct front line title, all 83 paragraph 2023 G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration were unanimously approved. That was considered as the one of the achievement of Indian government or Modi government, that irrespective of Ukraine and Russia crisis, still he could manage to pass all the 83 paragraphs of 2023 New Delhi Leaders Declaration in G20 summit. So this statement is correct. It did not feature the conflict in Ukraine and its subsequent economic implications. So here, if you see, this statement do not. That is the political achievement of Modi government, that instead of they told about this war conflict, but they did not indulge with any criticism with Russia or any type of a conflict which is with respect to Ukraine. So it did not feature. It has not been featured with respect to us. That is why it is correct. So this is the political achievement of a Modi government, without getting into the conflict of Ukraine and Russia, without giving any type of criticism to the Russia. They could able to pass all the paragraphs or leaders declaration paragraphs. So it did not feature the conflict in Ukraine and its subsequent economic implications. What it focused? It focused over the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The theme of this G20 summit was Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And here, if you consider, the target or the theme was based on to go for the clean development or green development programs. And here the declaration states the urgency of mobilizing $4 trillion per year for clean energy technology by 2030. So their motive was to focus on the 2030 clean development program. So all the three statements are correct. So this is considered to be the achievement of a Modi government without involving with the conflict with Russia and Ukraine. They have managed to do this G20 summit in India with a very successful way. Next again, about G20, which of the following statement is not correct? Not correct in respect to G20 summit. Okay. It is a bloc of developing nations established on April 30, 2001. So here in this statement, so in this statement, it is a bloc of developing nations established on April 30, 2001, rather than it is 2003. So on 2003, it has established 20th August 2003. So this statement is not correct. So it is established on 20th August 2003. So although it is a developing nations, this group emerged at the 5th Ministerial NATO Conference, World Trade WTO Conference. 5th Ministerial, this organized 5th Ministerial WTO, World Trade Organization WTO Conference. So this statement is also not correct here. So 1 and 2. The headquarters of G20 developing nations is at Patna. 100% correct. G20 developing nations headquarters is Patna. The member states of G20 developing nations is 20 countries. Try to understand. It is saying the member states of G20 developing countries, but it is not restricting the members of the committee to 20. Rather than it is the member state when it has been formed, and mostly it will be 20, but currently it is 23. That do not make this statement wrong, because it is saying the member states of G20 developing nations is 20 countries. Yes, it is founded by 20 countries, it will be 20 countries, but they can adapt, they can accept more. So currently there is 23 countries, so this statement is correct, this statement is correct. So it is asking which is wrong one, that means which is not correct statement. So option D is the right answer, that is 1 and 2 are wrong statements here. Next we can go for during his visit to Australia, PM Modi spelled about 3C, 3D and 3E of India-Australia friendship. Which of the following is correct in respect of 3C? So 3C is mostly Commonwealth, Cricket and Curry. 3C. So option A is correct. Commonwealth. So in cricket, India, Australia, how prominent they are in this field of cricket. So this is Commonwealth, cricket and curry. And D stands for democracy. So D stands for democracy, diaspora and dosti. Democracy, diaspora, dosti. And E stands for economy, education and energy. So here E stands for energy, economy and education. Economy and education. Energy, economy and education. So right answer is option A. Okay. Next. Taslima Sabre exercise. Now, which of the following statements are correct in respect of Taslima Sabre exercise 2023? Taslima Sabre exercise is managed or it is initiated by whom? USA and Australia. So this statement is wrong because USA, France initiated, so that is wrong. This is USA and Australia. It is joint military exercise of the two countries. Yes. More than 13 countries participated, but this is initiated by joint military exercise of two countries. This exercise held every 4 years, no, every biennial or every 2 years. 2 years. So this statement is also wrong. India attended as an observer to the military exercise. This is also correct. So right answer will be 2 and 4. So here option A is the correct answer. 2 and 4 is the correct answer here. So here it is Australia and United States. It is one of the major exercise between Australia and the United States of America. Which of the following statements are not correct? That means we need to find out the incorrect statements. Under this scheme, every family is entitled to guarantee employment for 125 days. So they are focusing for 125 days. So in some content it has written every family or every adult citizen. So this statement is correct here. This scheme provides a guaranteed minimum monthly pension fixed of rupees 2000 per month for specific categories like old age, person with disabilities, single women, etc. So this is related to that, but the problem is 2000. It is not 2000, it is 1000 rupees. So this statement is wrong statement. This scheme encompasses the flagship of Jawahar Rozgar program. So Yojana, it is with respect to Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Yojana or Employment Guarantee Scheme. So here what we can say, this statement is a wrong one. Now 2 is wrong, 3 is wrong. To implement this program, government has initiated, or state government of Rajasthan, it is Rajasthan government has initiated 2,500 crore of annual expenditure. So this statement is correct. So 1 and 4 are correct, 2 and 3 are wrong. We need to find out the wrong statement, so answer will be 2 and 3. Okay, so next question we can go for. Which state government in India has taken significant step to introduce an educational initiative called as CM Rise School? This is Madhya Pradesh. This is a digital classroom school. Madhya Pradesh, which formulated 9,000 schools, or it is considered as smart schools or smart classroom, smart schools. So answer will be option A, that is Madhya Pradesh. Next one we can go for, which of the following statements are correct with respect to NAMDA project? This project is a part of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So obviously it is correct. NAMDA is NAMDA art, so it is related to Jammu and Kashmir. So under this scheme or this program, 2,200 candidates. This 2,200 is correct, but from Assam, no. This is in the Kashmir region, Kashmir. So here this statement is wrong here. So instead of Kashmir, it has written Assam. So this one is a wrong statement. The aim of this project is to preserve the endangered craft of wool weaving. So this is also correct. This project work under the public-private partnership, that is also correct. So option 2 is only wrong. Sorry, the statement 2. Right answer is 1, 3 and 4. 1, 3 and 4. So option B is the right answer. Okay, thank you.